My steering gearbox, it's properly mounted, secured. No missing nuts or bolts. It's not leaking. My hoses to the steering gearbox, properly mounted, secured with clamps or fittings, not frayed, cracked, or leaking. My steering linkage, it's 3 parts. Properly mounted, secured, not bent, broken, illegally welded. Cotter pin is in place of the castle nut. 3 of those. The joints and sockets are not loose and they're properly greased. My front and rear leaf spring hangers, second one's back there, are properly mounted, secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged. No missing nuts or bolts. They're not illegally welded or missing. My leaf springs are properly mounted, secured, not cracked, broken, shifted, or missing, or illegally welded. Those are my leaf springs. My U-bolts are properly mounted, secured, no missing nuts or bolts. There are 2 of them. Not cracked, bent, broken, or illegally welded. It's my U-bolts. Shock absorber, it's properly mounted, secured, not missing any nuts or bolts. Not cracked, broken, dented, or leaking. My brake chamber is properly mounted, secured. No missing nuts or bolts. Not cracked, broken, dented, or leaking. No audible air leaks. My brake chamber, it's properly mounted, secured. No missing nuts or bolts. Not cracked, broken, or dented. No audible air leaks. My hoses, properly mounted, secured with clamps or fittings, not cracked, worn, and no audible leaks from the hoses from the brake chambers. My slack adjusters, properly mounted, secured, no missing nuts or bolts. A cotter pin is in place at the push rod. It's a push rod, cotter pin. When the brakes are released, they are a little more than 90 degrees. When the brakes are applied, they are not less than 90 degrees. When the brakes are released, there is no more than 1 inch of free play when pulled by hand. Brake linings are properly mounted, secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged, not excessively worn, not missing. They are free of grease and oil. My brake drums, which are properly mounted, secured. My brake drums are properly mounted, secured, free of grease and oil. No missing nuts or bolts, not cracked, broken, or warped. That's my brake drum. My brake lining, basically a brake pad. My rims, properly mounted, secured, inside and out. They're not cracked, broken, dented, or illegally welded. My tires, inside, outside, top. I'd be checking my sidewalls for cuts, slices, or bulges. My tire tread is evenly worn, no less than 4/32 tread depth. I check my tire inflation by hitting it with the rubber mallet, or check the tire with the gauge at the valve stem. It should be in between 90 and 100 psi. My lug nuts, all are present, none are missing. I'd be checking for rust trails or shiny threads that would indicate loose lug nuts. My hub oil seal, it's part of my steering. It's properly mounted, secured, no missing nuts or bolts, and it's not leaking. I check it with, if it had a sight glass, I check it between the add and full to make sure it's there. If no sight glass, I pull the rubber plug and check it manually. My mirrors and bracket are properly mounted, secured, no missing nuts or bolts. They're clean, not cracked, broken, chipped, or no illegal stickers. My door opens and closes properly from the outside. And the door is free of damage. The door hinges are properly mounted, secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged, or welded. My door seal is in place. This is my door seal. It's in place. It's not cracked, worn, damaged, and not missing. My fuel tanks, properly mounted, secured, no missing nuts or bolts, not cracked, broken, or damaged, not leaking, and I'd wave up underneath the tank. My fuel lines are secure, not frayed, cracked, or leaking. I'd wave under the tank again. My fuel cap is properly mounted, secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and seal is in place and not leaking. Side of my truck. On the test truck, it shouldn't have one. I don't think they have one either. But there normally would be a turn signal, which is amber in color. It's not here, but it would be clean, not cracked, broken, or damaged.